world of Jacksonville, have you guys kept up with the Jaguars OTA at all?
A little bit.
I just saw that we had basically perfect attendance minus DJ Chark, but he had a baby, so that is excusable.
Okay. So Luke, the HR person for the Jags, keeping everyone in check. DJ Chark had a baby, so he's making sure everyone's staying in check. Have you guys seen any players that have looked good? I've heard Shaquille Griffin has looked good. I'm not just saying that as a UCF fan and a Jaguar fan, but I've heard Shaquille Griffin. They've said that every dollar they've spent on him has been worth it. He has been by far the best on-ball defender in OTAs, which actually gets me extremely excited. So.
I mean, we know it as UCF fans that besides just the skill he just has one of the best attitudes, I feel, of like any athlete you could find. You know, there's a positive manner with anything he does and says. He's very uplifting. He's just all about, you know, succeeding and succeeding as a team. So yeah. I feel like besides just the play, that's going to be a great leader for our team and on the defense. And then like someone else I'm like really like excited about, like, we got our, you know, you mentioned DJ Chark, Luke. Marvin Jones, I saw some plays from him. His routes look very crisp, very clean. Laviska, I think, is going to be in for a big season. I say big, not like maybe statistically, because there's going to be, you know, a trio of receivers. But I think he's really going to make some big plays for us. And obviously the whole Tebow thing is out there. I don't want to spend too much time on that because I'm sure everybody listening to us is probably hearing about Tebow. Top five, like all five of the top jerseys or something, like being Tebow jerseys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's great.
Honestly, it feels good to be excited about Jaguar football at this time of year with not the past regime. Like, it's nice to be able to like hear Urban Meyer say he's excited and not have to listen to Dave Caldwell talk or Doug Marrone talk and give those super generic answers. And like, actually, if there's one thing Urban Meyer has been in his time in Jacksonville, he has been unfiltered. He has literally said everything that's been on his mind. And I think that's actually taken a lot of people by surprise, of people talking about, hey, you know, he literally, when it went to the draft, he was not shy to talk about wanting Kadarius Toney. He was not shy about wanting to trade up for Kyle Pitts. Like, I think it's been awesome, kind of his transparency, Urban's transparency, for the Jacksonville community, just being fans to be able to listen and hear. Someone that I have actually seen has kind of stepped up, Caleb on Chason. I've heard he has actually really bulked up and he looks like a big man now.
Jacked.
Yeah, like,
he
that's kind of
absolutely jacked.
That's scary. And you know what I'm really sad about actually with the Jags is that we continue to sit here and I continue to read articles and watch videos about people trying to justify that the tight end room is okay when it's just not. It's like we're almost like trying to make ourselves feel better about a bad situation. And I heard, like, you know, James O'Shaughnessy looks like a real pass catcher, and you know, Chris Manhertz was making plays, and it's like, okay, like, they're in OTAs, we know that's going to happen, but we know what they are. Like, we know what they are. They're at their point they're not going to evolve to being a superstar at their position at this point in their career.
And you know, like, Tebow had 2 touchdowns at a practice. Like, that doesn't
no drop balls.
Yeah. And it's like, it's practice. I mean, he's going to be a good football player, but is he going to be a great tight end? I still have a solid feeling that before the season actually occurs, there could be a trade for a tight end. You know, as some things, you know, continue to happen, maybe some players start to become, you know, available. I mean, like, we talk about Hayden Hurst, or we talk about Zach Ertz. Like, these guys, I feel like they might get moved, like, if the price is right. And once Urban Meyer goes through training camps, like, okay, we really don't have what we want at tight end. But do you do it now before training camp? Or do you wait and then, like, they don't lose? I feel like the longer you wait, the less likely it happens. Actually.
Yeah, the less value. All right, so if you're the Eagles and you're the Jaguars, does a Gardner Minshew for Zach Ertz trade make sense? Just straight up. From both sides.
They probably would. I don't know. I mean, for us, yeah.
Yeah, for us, well, for them, obviously.
For them, I don't know.
Okay, but all right, so let's say they trade Zach Ertz for, let's say it's like for a 5th round pick, right? Like, that's kind of what I've seen the market set at, 4th or 5th round pick. which obviously the Jaguars would do in a heartbeat. Like, I don't think there's any hesitation there. At that point, you just need to get someone in the room that has some sort of success. But if you're the Eagles, would you rather take a flyer on a 5th-round pick or get Gardner Minshew, who you kind of already know what you're getting?
I don't really know who their backup is currently. Does anybody know?
I have no clue.
Right, I want to say it's someone we should know, but I was going to ask you guys that question about Gardner. Is how long does he last on the team? Because we paid CJ Beathard, not a lot of money, but a decent amount to be on the team. But I don't feel like Gardner's in the. Oh, they have Joe Flacco, it says, as a backup. So
I don't know if he would.
They might want to go.
So here's my thing about what you just said with Minshew is CJ Beathard, I feel like, was brought in to be the veteran backup, right? Like, behind Gardner or behind Trevor Lawrence. And yeah, that's great. We have a veteran. But from what I've heard, Gardner Minshew's been the better quarterback over CJ Beathard in OTAs. So is the Beathard signing more of a let's get a veteran behind Trevor Lawrence, or is it more of a hey, let's take the spotlight off of any potential quarterback battle, right? Like,
maybe
Gardner Minshew knows what it feels like to be a starter. CJ Beathard knows what it feels like to be a backup.
Probably, and probably with CJ Beathard's time in the league, if you were going to sign him, this was going to be his market. But then when it gets all said and done, Gardner probably would be the better option as a backup.
Yeah.
And the best time that Gardner would probably get traded would be like 4 or 5 games into the season. Someone else loses their quarterback. Maybe Jalen Hurts goes down. Sorry, Devin, don't mean like that. And then like a team needs someone, and then he gets traded when they really need that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if Gardner's the better player, you either got to trade him at the value he is, or you need to play him, because if we lost, our starting quarterback, I think Gardner would be one of the better backups in the league.
Yeah, we saw his rookie year. He's the kind of quarterback that can go 500 if he's in the right situation, and he went 6-6 as his rookie season. Like, when you get a
terrible team
as a backup
on a terrible team, and not only that, he stepped in for an injured Nick Foles, and the only reason he lost the starting job was because of an atrocious performance in London the week that Nick Foles was coming back onto the team. And like everyone always says, oh, no quarterback should lose their starting job because of an injury, but that happened with Tom Brady and Drew Bledsoe. That's happened elsewhere. And Gardner Minshew comes in, and you ask a quarterback to go 500 as a backup quarterback. You ask them to go 500. Going 500,
a rookie
going 500 as a rookie through 12 games, that's tough.
Especially with the training camp and preseason he looked like the most garbage quarterback
and Gardner
we could have ever seen.
But actually, when it was said and done that season, I think he had some of the better statistics out of all rookie quarterbacks, ahead of Kyler Murray, I want to say.
I think he was better than Kyler Murray overall. I think Kyler had him beat in certain yardage, but that's because he played more games.
Yeah.
But Gardner came out of nowhere. He looked like absolute trash in the preseason, let's be honest. And then he looked like a stud, backup, then 6th-round quarterback. We were like, how did we find this guy? And you're right. He had a rough go at it with, $80 million Nick Foles or however millions coming back. But, maybe if he would have played more games, that we wouldn't have.
I just don't want to be in a position. I don't want to be in a position where, let's say the Jags, they do start 0-2 and Trevor Lawrence has 3 touchdowns and 5 interceptions and, 200 yards a game. And it's just not pretty. And people start yelling for Minshew again. No one's going to yell for CJ Beathard at that point, but people would yell for Minshew. And that's what I don't want to see.
People would yell for Tebow because we have a bunch of idiot fans.
People would yell for Tebow.
We have a bunch of idiot fans that would.
Maybe that's why
Tebow
signed, to avoid any Minshew Trevor debate if Trevor struggled. And
Are we a lock for Hard Knocks? Is that what's happening here?
We actually can't because we have a rookie coach. I looked up the rules.
Is it that you cannot, or you have the right to refuse, and that's the reason why?
I think you can refuse.
I think you can't be forced to.
Yeah, you can't be forced to.
But if
I don't think Urban would want it.
I
don't think Urban would want it though.
Well, because I just saw a Twitter video or whatever him on AEW. They're doing the hunt on YouTube. They're doing all this stuff. Maybe Urban's I want the spotlight.
And I think
to highlight this first year for me as an NFL head coach.
And I think it's also a way that he can view building the fan base of, let's be transparent. Let's let people have an inside look at what we're doing inside the walls, and let's build this fan base up, and let's show them everything. Like, let's not hide anything. Let's show them the hunt. Let's be involved in the community with AEW. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty epic if we were on Hard Knocks, especially this season.
Pretty sure the Hard Knocks front runner is the Dallas Cowboys, because it's the first time they've been able to do the Dallas Cowboys in a long time, and obviously they're the Cowboys, so big market. So I think they will be the Hard Knocks team.
Blake Bortles has more playoff victories than the Cowboys since 1980. So,
stat.
Boom. So that's just Blake Bortles facts. Well, anything else from you guys? Hey, I was going to get into some UCF talk, but we're running a little bit over here, and I know we have plenty to talk about with UCF, so maybe we do that on another podcast if you guys are down later this week or next week.
Yeah, I mean,
some sad UCF baseball news, some exciting UCF football news. Damn it, Dale.
Of course, we lose to USF in baseball in the championship. Like, come on, man.
Stop it. We'll stop it there. We can't talk anymore right now. I'm about to go into a game 2 of round 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. I can't have that bad juju on me, Ricky Bobby. You can't be talking about losses like that. I also wanted to get into Osaka, but we'll do that at another time as well, because that's actually, honestly, for those that don't know the Naomi Osaka situation, she came out before the tournament and declared that she was not going to talk to the media because of mental health issues. And the French Open pretty much said, unfortunately, we can't bend the rules right now. You're obligated to talk to the media. She didn't talk to them after her round 1 victory. She gets fined $15,000 and then proceeds to withdraw because she's a young tennis player, does not have that much money. I'm sure she has a lot, but she was not in a position to continue being fined and not, be forced to show up for press conferences. So we'll talk about that on another episode, I'm sure, but it's kind of a whacked out situation that's happened before, but this is really kind of the first time that a player has come out with, as kind of transparently said, I have mental health issues because of, also for those that don't know, sorry again to say this, she was the player that Serena Williams was competing against 3 years ago that Serena lost to, and the fans booed her out of the stadium and made her cry leaving the stadium because everyone wanted Serena Williams to win. And she said that's kind of where the issues began. So it is kind of a long story, backstory to it all with Naomi Osaka. But anything else from you guys?
Nope. I think we hit on a lot of stuff from this weekend.
A lot of shit. Yeah, there's so much going on in sports. It's awesome.
You guys got Mayweather?
Oh, absolutely, man.
Is that fight this weekend?
That's this weekend.
Oh, my gosh. What are we doing? I got to watch that.
It's so weird to me because it came up so quickly. I'm like, was Floyd always in fighting condition, or he's just going to go out there like in his Cheetos body and like ready to go?
Bro, fight. Is that on Saturday or Friday?
It's on Saturday. It's
okay,
on the 6th, I think.
That's a Sunday.
Okay, so that's on the 5th.
Lightning Hurricanes at 4 p.m. on Saturday, followed by the fight. You guys are welcome over. Anyone listening, shoot me a message. You guys come over for the whole party. We'll have a whole party. We'll just do a whole day drinking party, power hour from like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. for the fight. Let's do it.
Dude,
but all right, guys, I appreciate
Floyd Mayweather had hair. I thought he was bald for a reason, but apparently he can grow it.
Well, hey, Luke, for you, we'll do another episode later this week for the Mayweather fights and all fighting coming up, because fighting's actually a pretty hot topic right now. And we'll talk more UCF schedule updates and everything like that. So again, guys, appreciate you being here. For those that are listening, thank you again for listening to episode 93 of the podcast. I appreciate you as fans for getting us to this point. It's been a really fun time, a lot of work, but I would not have done it without you guys, which is kind of redundant to say. But because the fans and the support, it's awesome to be able to do and continue doing these things, and the support of the panel and all the friends that come on and help produce this show. I appreciate you guys. But until next time, folks, go watch some hockey. Go watch some NBA playoffs. They're heating up. Maybe get into a little baseball if you're feeling ballsy and you want to watch something on a Wednesday afternoon tomorrow. But most importantly, go make this world a better place. Take care.
How can I be the man when you're the man? How can I be the man when you're the man? How can I be the man when you're the man?